Hey guys, I finally get to play a Metroid game I like.
Oh my god.
The pain and misery of Metroid 1 and 2 was worth it, because now I get to talk about what I can confidently call my favorite Metroid game, even after all these years. This is Metroid 4, Metroid Fusion. I love this game, and we are Crazy Jelly Commentaries.
You bringing in the crazy jelly commentaries a little late, but that's okay. So, fun fact, I'm going to bring this up because this is your playthrough, and I want to have something to say. But this was going to be the first game we did for the channel. A little known fact. It didn't end up going to plan, but we still have that part.
I don't know if it was going to be the first game we did. It was the first thing I recorded. It was like a proof of concept. I recorded it. It was real on an emulator. It was really bad. I made it in Microsoft Movie Maker or something.
Yep. We still have that part on our Dropbox, so
maybe it can be a bonus at the end or something.
Yeah. But yeah, as for my opinions on Metroid 4 Fusion, this game is like any of the 2D Metroid games from Super onwards. Just some of the best video games that you could ever play. They're just so good.
Mm-hmm. The theme around this time is horror. Mm-hmm. And despite what Dread accomplishes, and we'll definitely talk about that when we get to Dread, I still would call this the scariest Metroid game.
Yeah. It's the difference, we talked about this off camera, but it's the difference between like gameplay, like feeling stressed due to the actual gameplay being a stressful experience, which is what Dread is, and this, which actually has actual horrifying elements to it, which, you know, I don't necessarily feel very scared when the SAX comes on the screen, but the SAX as a concept for me is like an amazing horror concept. So
yes, I would love to see the SAX return in a Metroid Fusion remake. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because they'd probably make it work more like the Emmy. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll have to see.
Well, imagine the SAX, but it can hunt you throughout the entire game. Like Mr. X.
Mr. SAX.
Mr. SAX.
Oh, yeah, in this game it's a little closer to good old Jack from RE7 instead of Mr. X.
Yeah.
Or maybe Nemesis from the RE3 remake. A little more limited, I guess.
Yeah. But I guess
I should add sorry, I just wanted to add a little of how this was recorded. If you watch the Metroid 2 playthrough, it's the same way I'm recording this off my Analog Pocket. And then also similarly to the Super Metroid playthrough, this is going to be 100% collecting all the items. Ooh. However, it's going to be in 2 stages, because I am not confident on my skills in collecting every item in a good amount of time, because I'm just not that great of a gamer. We're going to run through this game, especially just speeding through it, grabbing everything on the way I can, and then just getting to the end to get that good time. And then after that, we'll come back into the same profile and get 100% of the items for the full completion.
Cool. More Metroid to watch.
Exactly. Or I did what this guy was trying to tell me to do and recorded an entire second playthrough where I 100%.
I would have been fine with that.
Don't tempt me to, because then I could switch to my Japanese copy, which has extra ending screens.
Dude, it's like a no-brainer. You should have done that.
I can easily do it. I haven't recorded this whole thing. You know how I record.
I won't say anything. I'm just saying I would be fine watching 2 Metroid Fusion playthroughs back to back. So
it is a short game.
Yeah. It's why it's like none of the 2D Metroid games are particularly long until you get to like Samus Returns, which on my first playthrough took me more than 10 hours, and then Dread took a similar amount of time. But even in those two cases, these games are just so fun to like get better at and speedrun and stuff. And in the cases of Samus Returns and Dread, you can shave off several hours off your time if you're going quick, and that feels really good. Feels good in these games too.
As to why we haven't touched on the story yet, I kind of assume if you're watching a Let's Play on Metroid Fusion, you probably played it before. So
I was gonna explain it, but yeah, if you're watching the Metroid Fusion playthrough on Crazy Jelly Commentaries, you've probably played this game before. And if you haven't, well, go do that, because this game's awesome and you don't need any further opinion on it. This is just one. This is, I think, probably the best Game Boy Advance game. Potentially, there's a lot of really good Game Boy Advance games.
I still need to play Minish Cap and maybe like Wario Land 4 or something. And also Power Rangers SPD can give this game a run for its money. I'm just saying.
I also say that while also knowing that Sonic Advance 3 is my favorite Game Boy Advance game, but that's neither here nor there.
I forgot about Sonic Advance 1 might be my... I do love Sonic Advance 1.
The Advance games are good. But it's just, in terms of, like, sheer game quality, it's hard to beat a 2D Metroid game.
Yeah.
They're all just peak experiences, and I say that ad nauseum, because it's just hard to describe the series in any other way other than it's like the best. It's like the best series.
One other thing I would like to add is... Wait, I forgot. Oh, right. So, something I normally never do is test playthroughs because I'm an idiot. I did do a test playthrough for this.
Okay.
So I am prepared.
That is what I should have done for Metroid Prime and Super Metroid, but thankfully for Super Metroid I had a guide. So
that worked out, and you had natural skill at that. I guess I have natural skill if you're years of playing this, but still, I wanted to treat this game right.
Yeah. I will say, Fusion of the 2D Metroid games that I... from Super onwards, because I obviously haven't really touched the 8-bit ones, but of the good 2D Metroid games, Fusion and Samus Returns I think are my least played, and that's not because I don't like them. I just, you know, when I'm in the mood to play Metroid, my brain kind of goes to Super or Dread 9 times out of 10. And before Dread came out, it was Zero Mission or Super Metroid, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be a little wild, but my least played is just Zero Mission in general.
I mean, that's
With
fair.
my most replayed are this and Super Metroid.
Yeah.
Then Dread and Samus Returns.
Yeah. If Fusion is your, like, up there as your favorite 2D Metroid, and you're booting up your Game Boy Advance to play Metroid, I don't see why you would choose Zero Mission over Fusion, so that makes sense. You know? So it's just a preference kind of thing. Like, I don't think anything that of the, like, the fact that this game's more linear or anything really detracts from this game for me. I think this game is an awesome action game, and there's still plenty of exploration in there to make it feel Metroid-y, but I don't know, it's just the little stuff that gets my preference to lean one way or the other.
She said the name. She said Adam Malkovich.
Adam Malkovich, the baby.
Oh, we'll get to that in time.
I still have to play that.
So do I.
I'm such a freaking fraud Metroid fan.
Same here, and yet I'm the one claiming, like, incessantly that I get to report it.
And you know what? You can have it.
It fascinates me.
Honestly, if I ever played Other M, I would probably really like it, considering how many games that I've played in recent memory that are widely hated, but I still really liked. Like Resident Evil 6.
Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic.
Shadow the
06.
Hedgehog, yeah, Sonic 06. You know, I just don't trust general opinion on video games.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, people used to hate Majora's Mask when that first came out.
Which is ridiculous, because that game is so good.
More so Wind Waker, though. But we haven't gotten to Wind Waker.
Yeah. I have played like half of Wind Waker, though, so...
Mm-hmm. So this is already one of my favorite elements of Fusion, is how it starts you off with automap and then kicks you into the uncharted areas, which feels really cool. They're still linear as heck, but I love the feeling of it because every time you go into these areas, they're usually damaged or it's dark, and they have some atmosphere to them. It's the kind of storytelling that only works in a linear game, which is what I like so much about this, is it knows what it wants to be. It knows that it wants to be a linear game.
Yeah. I think you could do that kind of thing in a non-linear kind of format. But like
I've never gotten 3 of those hits in a row.
Nice.
I
I feel like I rarely see him like do the projectile.
Really? I usually only
Yeah.
get the projectile. What were you saying, though?
I was just saying, like, I feel like you could do that in a more non-linear kind of game. You would just have to do so with the knowledge that the player might miss it entirely, you know? Like, finding areas that are off the beaten path that aren't on the map. Like, if you got the map from a map room or whatever, and you could still find areas that weren't on it, that were, like, more dilapidated or whatever. Like, yeah, I feel like that could be possible. It would just, there's a chance that the player might miss it. In this kind of game, you're gonna see it no matter what. So, it does add to the story no matter what way you put it, so.
Yeah. It just might hurt the replayability.
Yeah.
If you're lame and don't like doing the same thing over and over again to get better at it.
I forgot how quickly you just get your first set of items in this.
It is. We are 12 minutes in, but that's mainly because of the opening.
The cutscene, yeah.
I forgot
mean,
I don't have morph ball bombs.
you technically get the morph ball after you would in like any other Metroid game other than Dread, but still, like, you got a missile pack, you got an E-tank, you got another missile pack.
Dread is a special case, to be fair.
Yeah. But that game, not getting the morph ball in that game is so cool for so long.
It is so good. It's so peak.
So why aren't we playing Dread? No, I'm kidding.
Because this game is better. There, I said it. No.
Ah.
I like it more. So I think it's better.
Yeah, you think it's better, that's okay, because all of these games are top tier. That's the thing, that's what I was basically saying, is like, all these games are so good that I believe anyone should be able to see why you prefer one over the other, or have one as a favorite.
Him.
Oh my god. That's Bowser.
No, you fool. It's Bowsette.
Ah. From fanfiction.net. Net. Frick.
Almost forgot.
Ah.
We need those.
You know, some of these obvious ones at the start, I remember missing on my first playthrough. And when I went back to do the cleanup, I was like, how did I miss this?
I've played this game enough times, so I know they're all the ones on the obvious beaten path are. Which is a nice thing about this game's linearity, is it gives you plenty of power-ups naturally as you go.
Super Metroid, Samus.
That is the only time you get to see that room undamaged.
I love that they did that, though.
Oh, it's so cool.
Like
Especially because at this point, they have not explained what that is or
Yeah.
introduced any idea.
They made a whole destroyed, like, door art asset for that. Like, I love that.
It's a very, very detailed game.
What do you think of the bottle ship itself? Or is that's not this game, that's the one in Other M, isn't it?
Yeah, this is I can't remember what this is called. The BSL?
Adam. Yeah, it's the BSL.
Yeah. Okay, we're fake fans. I will say I'm a little mixed on its design until you get to the second half of the game where the sectors start merging.
Yeah, when it opens up a little.
Yeah. But I will admit that having all these main elevators to separate it, while it does add to some of the horror, is one of the few moments where I think it does hurt some of the gameplay. Also, that's the best saving room animation. Don't at me.
Well, you don't like Samus getting electrocuted?
I like those too, but her getting swirled by those electric effects and those text effects are even cooler, especially on original hardware. I don't know if you've ever played this on a GBA before, but on that screen, those look 3D. Same with the X-Parasites. It's really cool.
I actually haven't played these on actual hardware yet. I have them.
Boot up a save file, take a look at the Parasites. They look 3D. It's cool.
I have both cartridges or I have a cartridge for Fusion and Zero Mission, and I just haven't booted them up yet. So, but that is how I will record Zero Mission when we get to that.
Yay! No Switch Online for you.
Well, I'm not paying $50 a year for the extra GBA support. Like, no thanks. No thank you. Man, it has been so long since I have played this, though.
Just forget about this section.
No, I didn't forget about anything necessarily. Other than, like I said before, how I was surprised how quickly you get your first set of items and stuff. But I don't know. I love how this game flows. Like it
is a very nice feel.
As a platformer fan, this game scratches an itch that some other Metroids don't. Because this game is like, you kind of basically just have levels to play. It's not exactly like you are going to backtrack through them and go through them both left and right, and however many other combinations of different directions you could go in a Metroidvania game. But in the first like run through a new area, it does kind of feel like you're exploring just a platformer level with cool action mechanics, rather than playing a Metroidvania.
There for a sec.
To be fair, it is a little funky.
Also, I'm glad that Morph Ball rolling and falling still works pretty well in this game.
Yeah.
That's like the one skill I learned from Metroid on NES that I do in all the games now. Because it feels good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What
are your thoughts on the Fusion suit?
One of the best suits in the series. My heart goes to the Dread suits, though, and probably the iconic Super Metroid / Metroid 2 suit is probably above this one.
There might be an item in that room on the left, but I'm pretty sure I just assumed it was a save room, so I never checked. I still don't know.
Okay. Already missing out on 100% item completion. Jeez.
I know. Remember what I said at the start.
I know. I'm kind of mixed on climbing being a thing. Because I know for a fact they just added this as a pseudo replacement for being able to wall jump up one wall.
Yeah, the wall jump. I wonder if anyone's modded in a wall jump that works closer to Super Metroid, and I wonder if it actually like soft locks the game or anything. 'Cause I will say that is a feature I don't like as much as this. Like, I get wanting to railroad the player, but I still wish you had the abilities that you could break the railroading with if you knew how to play the game, which you weren't going to know your first time through.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of arguments online against like speed running and stuff, because it's like, oh, you just want to skip the game, and it's like, no, I don't necessarily want to skip the game. I just want to get as good at it as I possibly can, you know. And if you're good at it, you're gonna be skipping stuff, you know, stuff that you know you don't need to do, or stuff that
Sick
you
dodge,
know.
by the way.
Yeah, very sick dodge.
Oh,
again.
I think it's one of those things where, because of the differing design philosophy of this game, I imagine they just wanted to strip out as many of those elements as possible, only to highlight the linearity, and didn't see a need to keep it. Also, that's the only time we see the Chozo in this game, which is cool.
Why did the X take the form of a Chozo statue?
The trick Samus, because they probably already have some of her memories from the SAX.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say they have all of her memories from the SAX.
Yeah.
So, charge beam, yippee! I always get like a little rush of dopamine when I get the charge beam.
This game probably has some of my favorite sound effects and the item collection theme. I love the little drone it does at the end. It sounds so cool.
Yeah, I can agree.
And the charge beam in this is probably the best in like the whole series. I think I can confidently say it charges incredibly fast. And I don't think this first one is as strong as normal missiles. But once you start getting beam upgrades, it always ups damage. So they will become more powerful than your missiles. And then eventually when you get the plasma beam, they will just straight up be more powerful than super missiles.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Because of the de-emphasized power super missiles have in this game since they're stacked.
Yeah.
Be it how you will about that.
I like the charge beam in this game because you get like a little. It's kind of like an early version of the parry that you get in Samus Returns with the charge beam in this. If you're like up close on an enemy, Samus actually has like a kind of melee attack that she does at close range when you release a charge beam that does extra damage. Of course, it's not as good as
you can see the sprite when you fire it.
Yeah, it's not as good as like the parry would be later on, but I do kind of like it's kind of a risk reward kind of thing. When you get up close to the enemy, you're probably gonna get hit, but you could do extra damage. So, a little bit of skill expression there.
And I don't remember if this was in Super Metroid or not, but you also get the added benefit of if you jump, you get effectively the screw attack.
The screw attack, yeah.
For one hit.
I believe that was in Super Metroid. But
okay.
Yeah, I like both of those things a lot.
This is the other controversial method of this game, is the heavy emphasis on storytelling and a lot of the talks with Adam. Which I will say I've never minded too much, mainly because if it's not your thing, this only lasts like 10 seconds. And unlike the Owl and Ocarina of Time, it will not just assume you want to hear it again, which is nice.
Yeah.
So just mash A all you want. It goes by pretty fast, even faster in Dread, which is nice.
Yeah, the only issue with skipping past it is that you might not realize what you have to do, but you can always open the map screen and see where you need to go. So it's really...
It'll tell you where to go and what your objective, what you're looking for is.
Yeah, it's like I said earlier, I think all the complaints of this game are not really like valid criticism of the game necessarily. I think it's just people liked Super Metroid a lot and wanted another Super Metroid, and that's not what this is. But it's still just as good, but in its own ways, in my opinion.
Yeah. This is a game that has heavy emphasis on like it for what it is and not hate it for what it's not.
Yeah. And yeah, I think a lot of people struggle with that for a lot of series. But
Yes.
yeah,